Welcome to Expand Your Empire, the podcast where women stop deferring wealth and start building financial power. I'm Amanda Taylor, investor, strategist, and disruptor of outdated money rules. It's time to own your worth, grow your assets, and build a legacy that lasts. Hey, welcome back, Empire Builders. Really glad you chose to come back with me today. And it's a really important episode for me because we're continuing on the why I'm doing this, why I'm talking to you, why I'm building a community. I want to talk today about why so many smart and capable women are still hesitating when it comes to money. I want to go deep into the patterns that we've inherited and how we can start letting them go. It's in all of us. It's very nuanced and it's very layered, and it comes with a lot of baggage and history and shame and just strange feelings that come up, and even visceral. I know a lot of people don't talk about it at all. A lot of people have bad memories of it. It's so nuanced, and I really understand bad money stories, but I want to set the theme that we want to talk about truth-telling and trust building, and none of what I teach and what I want to build is wrapped around shame. It's not about pointing fingers. It's about naming what's been in the room for generations and choosing something different. Really, I wanted to start with statistics because I love data. I'm a data nerd. And it's really shocking. The more of this stuff that I learn and I read, the more passionate I've become about talking about this stuff with my audience and my people. So there's a lot of baggage, like I said, that comes along with it. So I'm just going to read through some of these statistics that are crazy. This is UBS. So this is an actual publication. ChatGPT did not make these up. 56% of married women leave their investment and financial planning decisions to their husbands. I 100% did this. If there was a meeting with a financial advisor, I was like, I don't need to be a part of that. I don't know anything about that. I'm not going to do it. I was one of those. 85% of married women who stay out of long-term financial decisions believe that their spouses know more about the financial matters. We are assuming that they are better at it than we are. 8 out of 10 women are content with the current distribution of financial responsibilities in their marriages. And 80% of women will end up alone. We are living longer than men. 98% of divorcees and widows would advise other women to take an active role in their finances now. This one shocked me the most. Millennial women are more likely to leave investment decisions to their husbands, 61%, than older generations. I was floored by that. I thought for sure it would have been the opposite, that the younger women were taking control where the rest of us had dropped the ball. If you didn't know before, I am a proud Gen Xer. I'm at the tail end of being a Gen Xer, but I will own it till the day I die. So I was shocked that millennial women are more likely to defer those decisions. So really saying, I'm not good with money. And where does that come from? Because I said it. And so what is the deeper truth? And I think it was that we were never invited into the conversation, and not just in our relationships. I don't remember having that conversation in my family growing up. Nobody talked about it. So it's not that we don't want to engage in these conversations. It's just that we've been conditioned to believe that it's not our sandbox to play in. It's been the guys' club. It's a masculine area, this finance, the crypto bros, the stock stuff. It's just a masculine energy, and we just haven't felt like we're a part of it. So I don't have this statistic in front of me, and I will butcher it. So just have some grace with me here. But women are 25% more likely to say, I don't know, when they're asked a question about their finances. And the majority of women don't invest because they think they don't have enough knowledge. They don't know enough. So what I really want to call out with that is, do you want to learn? Is it that you don't know enough and you're happy with that? Or do you really want to learn? Are you willing to engage with money like it matters? You don't have to know it all. You just have to be willing to learn. So not knowing is not a flaw. It's an opportunity. It's a moment of power because now you get to choose. And when I first found that agency in myself, like I can not only learn something, but feel confident in it and make that choice and have that freedom to invest in that thing, that is power. That is choice. That is freedom. And not knowing that I could do that and then being able to do that, that is a huge moment. And I want more people to be able to experience that. So women's portfolios, they outperform men's by like 0.04% or 0.4%. Again, butchering statistics. It's a gift. But what it means is even though it's a small amount over time compounded, that is a huge difference. And what I want to reframe is you hear a lot of people say that women are risk averse, risk aversion. But I don't think we're risk averse. I think we're risk aware. And what do I mean by that? I just mean that we have so many natural strengths that come into these decisions. We've got more long-term thinking. We do more research. We have a more community centered heart and plan. And we have intuition. Believe it or not, I learned this. Our right brain and left brain speak to each other when men's do not. So we have different ways of thinking about things and seeing things that actually provide more insight. And we don't get shiny object syndrome as much. So we actually have more forward thinking, long-term thinking when it comes to making these decisions of what we're going to invest in. So it's not aversion, it's awareness. So reframe that in your own mind. I am not risk averse. I am risk aware, and I make choices based on my values and my intuition. So that all comes back to you building your confidence, us building our sovereignty. We are not bad with money. We've just been told to doubt what's already inside of us. And where does that come from? You know, you hear all the time, what's your money story? What are your money beliefs? And I had to go through that too. Still going through it, if I'm being honest. But inherited money beliefs, that money is hard. We can't afford it. Like, what stories did you hear when you were growing up? And what stories did you not hear? And you just witnessed. I think I said it in the first episode. Until 1974, a woman could not get a loan or a credit card without a male cosigner, a husband, a father, or even a son. Okay? It is ingrained in us to believe that we're not worthy, smart enough, capable of handling this power. Someone else should do it. We're taught to pinch pennies and budget and clip coupons. Coupons. How do you say it? I don't know. It's a battle. But we're taught to be small in so many ways. Money, save it, don't spend it. Watch what you buy, all of these things. So how have we just identified our safety and our worth with any financial power? All of those stories. What did you see your grandparents do? A lot of people my age had grandparents in the Depression. If you're younger than me, you may not have had that same story, but the generational big T or little t trauma that is running through us that has those stories that have been passed down. Money is such a huge part of how we see ourselves and how we operate in the world and how we get value out of things, even though we need to change that. But we have such an ingrained belief about it. And until we start to really investigate how we feel about money, especially if we're running a business, I believe that my entrepreneur ladies here running and building a business, there are money beliefs personally, and they're affecting your business, your bottom line, your revenue, your profit, your pricing. So we really have to notice, not judge, but witness what those beliefs are. You don't even have to identify where they come from. We just need to be aware of them so that we can work with them to get to the next level. And I know this is really tender work and it can take a long time, but it's that kind of tenderness that really leads us to our strength. So what do we do? I mean, it is hard work, right? So I've met some women in business, owning their own business, running the show, strong, capable, confident, and they refuse to look at their bank account because they are afraid or ashamed or embarrassed. So have a daily check-in. Look at your account for 30 seconds each day with total neutrality. This just is. It is not good. It is not bad. It just is. And say out loud, I'm allowed to be here. And that's just it. I mean, journal or ask yourself or write yourself a voice note. What do I believe about money that may not be mine? And really evaluate that. What do I believe about money that may not be mine? Learning how to identify with those beliefs. Is it true? Is it mine? And then make one small financial move this week. Anything from transferring $20 to a savings account to really pricing one of your offers with clarity. Confidence doesn't come first. It comes from showing up over and over again. And I just want to remind you that we're not broken. We're powerful. And that's why we're here. And knowledge is available, but the wisdom is already within. I say it all the time. Education and intimidation have an inverse relationship. So if this is something you want, if this is a power that you want, if this is a dream that you have to live this life where wealth and money and abundance are part of your everyday life with no shame and no fear, let's stop being intimidated by it and let's get educated. So come to be part of our community. Expand Your Empire is all about laying that foundation of learning, of building confidence, and using our wisdom to do what we already know how to do, but put it into practice. And you have a voice. You have a choice. And your power with money has been there all along. It's just waiting for you to claim it. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me for just a few minutes of your day. I want to keep this conversation going. Let me know if this resonated with you. And I would love to see you in our community where we can learn together and we can share together and we can grow together. So I hope to see you in there, and I can't wait to see you in our next episode. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. If this lit something up, share it, review it, and get in the room. Join the Expand Your Empire community and start turning wisdom into wealth. You're not too late, and you're not doing this alone.